to use, and we also felt the structure was very clean. We used a combination of React, CSS, and Bootstrap to style it through the coding. I would say one of the biggest challenges was trying to figure out how to use the Bootstrap grid system with the various components of React. That was a new challenge we had faced before. And Lauren can talk a little more about some other challenges.
Debugging, everyone's best friend, right? We had a lot of issues trying to figure out what to put what div in with React, but it was definitely a really big learning experience.
For the app right now, we've got people come sign up for a store, and it's kind of set for them. All stores are going to look like this. It's going to have each product listed. But in the future, we'd like to have it so they can personalize it a little more. Allow them to even create a domain name, so it'll bring them to a different site completely, and they can set it up however they want.
One of the big improvements we like to do too is kind of add a stop button, so when everything goes wrong, the client gets on, it's like, oh my god, you put the wrong color in, or you put the cabinets in wrong. Just a stop button that just sends a text right to the contractor and says, stop all work, something's gone wrong,
you're fired,
we need to talk, you are fired. So yeah, just something that just stops everything and kind of gets the two back on the same page, and then they can have a chat and kind of discuss what's gone wrong and get back on the same page. So yeah, I think that's it. If anybody has any questions.
As far as rendering these components, we actually used some like switches using if statements instead of some route. But you can see that the second column that has the submenus doesn't appear on some of our components, like the calendar. We felt like that wouldn't be necessary, so we had functions to clear out the entire switch, like set all the switches to false, so that things would not be rendered again, and they wouldn't be rendered next to each other. So
possible as the authentication medium. So then let's start again, and then it will take you to the page where it will have itinerary, and it will say the opportunities. What are the opportunities? We included, right, Hurricane Harvey, Maria, and Irma. So if someone wants to contribute their time for Hurricane Harvey.
And also we had Tucker as our stress reliever throughout the entire process for this application. For idea, when we thought about creating this eye control, it was to make a simple, user-friendly application that will help us keep track of all the inventory in a warehouse or in a retail
And then I think the back-end piece of our site took the longest to develop. The shopping cart was an entirely new experience for the bulk of us. And honestly, the part that we thought was going to be the easiest, because we found several samples that we could get working flawlessly, was actually the login modal. So that is pretty much what we spent the most time on in the last couple of days, is making sure that that worked perfectly. For our future improvements or enhancements, we would like to add a credit card portal so that if you choose to pay at that time to secure your
we wanted to use a photo source. I don't know if you noticed, but whenever you refresh, there's a new photo every single time, even on your sign-up page. So we wanted to implement an API using unsplash.com. Their API was a little difficult and mainly aligned to users that wanted to help Unsplash rather than to use it for your own API. And whether we also took some time getting that figured out, configured, was using Weather Underground
Yeah, just using weather open source. So instead of doing a hard code and putting a specific place in there, such as Dallas, I wanted to really learn how to get it based off of the user's IP address. So it took some time, but we finally got it to work.
What are the cereal balls for? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'll wait.